Hey guys, this might be a quick review, unsure. I didn't have a lot to say about X-Men 3 The Last Stand. I'm also going to throw in a miniature review for Elektra right now. Don't watch it, it sucks. Anyway, back to X-Men The Last Stand. So directed by Brett Ratner, 2006 action sci-fi mess. Absolute mess. Starring Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Kelsey Grammer, who we last saw in Toy Story 2, as Stinky Pete. In this, he plays Beast. Ellen Page as Kitty Pryde, probably one of the best parts about this movie. Famke Janssen as Jean Grey. Rebecca Romijn as Mystique. Ben Foster as Warren Worthington III. Vinnie Jones as Juggernaut. Anna Paquin as Rogue. James Marsden as Cyclops. Halle Berry as Storm. Ian McKellen as Magneto. Patrick Stewart as Professor X, and Shawn Ashmore as Iceman. I rushed through those last few. They've been in all of these movies. Has a 57% on Rotten Tomatoes, and off of a budget of $168 million, it made $460.4 million at the box office. Not bad. So I mentioned in my X2 review that that movie set up this Dark Phoenix film that they were going to do, and it did not pull it off at all, in my opinion. In fact, I hate this movie. It's not often that I get to say that. You know, a lot of the time lately I've been saying, oh, I really like this movie. Oh, I really recommend this movie. You know, I'm looking up here at, like, all the movies I've already reviewed, and I notice maybe one, two movies that three. Okay, I just found a third. Okay, four. Jesus. Alright, four movies that I actually absolutely hate. And those are, where to go? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, The Last Airbender, Terminator Salvation, and Transformers The Last Knight. I absolutely hated all of those movies. Why? They're pretty bad. I don't know what else to tell you. Even Fan 4 Stick, as low of a grade as I think I gave it a 1 out of 10, which is pretty bad. But still, it's like, you know, it's alright. I mean, it's boring as hell and stupid and pointless, but it's okay. This movie just plain sucks. The only good thing about it is really the action. I mean, between mixing storylines, being the Dark Phoenix saga, the mutant cure, and other thrown-in plot points, bad acting, and a terrible director, this movie suffered quite a bit. Now, when I say the acting is bad, I don't mean our usual suspects, Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, Ian McKellen, and Kelsey Grammer. They're all great. Shocker. I mean mostly extras, side characters, and even James Marsden, Famke Janssen, and Shawn Ashmore. Which is sad because these guys and gals have done well in the past. James Marsden, we're gonna see tomorrow in Sonic the Hedgehog. Or at least it's supposed to be Sonic the Hedgehog. I am very confusion. Okay, I really messed up my listing here. Okay. So we're supposed to, tomorrow, I think I put on my calendar that we're doing Candyman. That's not right. No, we're doing Sonic the Hedgehog. I just never wrote it down. Whoopsies. Alright, so no, we're not doing Candyman tomorrow. We're doing Sonic the Hedgehog. But James Marsden is in that. He's really good. Famke Janssen and Shawn Ashmore, they were in the last two movies. They were excellent. Here, they're not that great. Why did this movie fail? Well, it's not their fault. Brett Ratner is a monster. I mean, not only just based on what he's done in real life to women, it's just, he's a terrible person. He's a horrible director. You ever seen Tower Heist? Yeah, me either. The thing is, the action isn't bad, especially the all-out brawl at the end. The CGI is slowly beginning to fix itself, but that's because the technology is improving. There's some nice music, but I've heard better. I don't like this movie. I hate it, and there's a reason why. They ruined what could have been one of the best movies if they had just stuck with a few plot points. Do the Dark Phoenix saga. Don't do what they did, but try something better. This is pre-MCU. Don't forget, this is still pre-MCU. Pre-Iron Man, pre-Incredible Hulk, as bad as that movie is. They could have tried. And now we have to wait another who knows how many years to see Marvel fix their mistakes from the X-Men movies. But I digress. I'm giving this a 4 out of 10, and I know you're probably looking at time like, it's been 5 minutes. Yeah, I know it's been 5 minutes. I said I'm going to put in a mini review for Elektra so I can just get it over with. 4 out of 10. I can't see this as any higher, as I don't like this movie as much as the others. Case in point, X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past, X2, the first X-Men movie. They're all great movies. This is trash. But whatever. I'm just some angry 21-year-old. Who cares? If I had to rank it now, I'd say it's probably the last one on my X-Men movies. So it'd be like the main 7? Yeah, 7. Just because I haven't actually finished Dark Phoenix. Now on to the one that's going to be a rough one. Elektra. The only actress I'm going to name is Jennifer Garner, as she plays the title Elektra character. I'll just quickly Google everything. Has an 11% on Rotten Tomatoes. Directed by Rob Bowman. And off of a budget of $43 million, it made $57 million at the box office. That's not good. That should have been a warning sign. I'll also throw in Kristen Prout as Abby Miller, but I don't even really remember her character from the flippin' movie. And finally, of course, Ben Affleck plays Matt Murdock. Are we surprised? Ben Affleck will do anything to make rent. So, another movie that's an absolute mess. I couldn't even tell you what the hell the plot is. It literally felt like they were just sitting there training for like 2.5 hours. However long this movie actually is, it felt like 2.5 hours. None of the acting is really all that great. I mean, I didn't mind Jennifer Garner in this, but I don't think the world was quite ready for her yet. I mean, not to say that she did bad, but the movie's bad. It's hard. It's a hard watch. I'm trying to be as nice as possible, but this is a really hard watch. The reason being, you don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know anything going on in this movie, nor do I care to try and figure it out. That being said, music sucks. I know it sounds like I'm being really negative on this movie, but it's pretty bad. It's a notoriously bad movie that even, I think Catwoman came out the same year. I would rather watch Catwoman. And you guys know one of my favorite DC films is Wonder Woman. So it's not because it's a female-led. Don't get that crap going. It's not because it's a female-led superhero movie. I just think that they didn't do it justice. They could have done better, but that's what happens when you have a man direct a female-led superhero movie. When Patty Jenkins directed Wonder Woman, it blew the box office up. Blew it up. Why? Because we got a story about women told from a woman's perspective, created by a woman. That's what needs to happen. Men in Hollywood, stop making female-led superhero movies and just let the female directors do it. They know what they're doing. We don't. I can tell you, if I were going to make a superhero movie, I'd probably just make it about a guy. Because I'd let my girlfriend handle any female writing, anything like that, because I don't want to offend people. I don't want to screw it up and make it horrible. And this probably sounds like a political sexism march of whatever the hell you want to say. I don't know. I barely know how to handle my own relationship 90% of the time. It's like, what am I supposed to do? So, this movie's bad. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10. And I was recently looking through the comments on Instagram, and I asked, what award should I give truly bad films? My friend commented on it, and I'm stealing the comment. I'm going to give this a ball of tinfoil. It's bad. It's so bad that it's a ball of tinfoil. My cat loves it, so he can play with it. And finally, we're just going to do some quick pickups here. Obviously, if you've seen my movie talking about the oldest film I've ever watched, you know that I picked up the Psycho franchise. I got, next up, Ghostbusters 2. Yes, it's Ghostbusters 2. See? I sat in the store staring at it going, is that Ghostbusters or Ghostbusters 2? Because I have Ghostbusters. And I really didn't want to get Ghostbusters again because I already have it. But I've been trying to find Ghostbusters 2, so found it. And finally, Carrie. I have not watched Carrie. And I've been wanting to do more horror movies, as I pretty much said. And, yeah, so there we go. We're going to do Carrie at some point. Also, I screwed up my schedule. I put on there that we're doing Candyman tomorrow. We're not. We're doing Sonic the Hedgehog. I think it's just my personal calendar I keep up on the wall that I write everything on. So I don't think it's anything else. But for some reason it seems to say that I don't know. This is very confusing now that I'm looking at it. Because yeah, I'm very confused now looking at this because I have X-Men 3, Candyman, Batman Returns, and Saw 3. But over here, I have, so that's this week. Next week, I have written up there, X-Men First Class, Gremlins, Batman Forever, Saw 4. Over in this pile, though, I have X-Men First Class, Candyman, Batman Forever, and Saw 4. I'm very confused now. What did I do? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, because that only goes up... Okay, I figured it out. It only goes up to X-Men Apocalypse. Alright, I'm less confused now. You guys can stop watching my brain slowly fry. Yeah. If you get a chance, I mean, there's no harm in watching Elektra just to watch it be bad. And then watch X-Men Last Stand if you're going to watch your X-Men movies. Don't skip out on it. But yeah, just Hollywood, take a lesson. Let the female directors take on the female-led superhero movies. That's why Wonder Woman worked. Are you kidding me? That's why it worked. Just let it happen. I don't even know who's directing Black Widow. Let's see. Kate Shortland. Ooh. I think I've heard of her. What has she directed? Hold up. Maybe I haven't heard of her. I've never heard of any of these movies. Oh. That might be a bad sign. But still. I mean, think about it. Think about it, Hollywood. Just freaking think for your once. Alright, guys. I'm gonna shut up before I get, like, destroyed in the comments section. So, yes, tomorrow is Sonic the Hedgehog, not Candyman. And, until Sonic, which I have watched, have enjoyed several times, I'm Luke, and I will see you guys later. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed what you just watched. If you're interested in more of my videos, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notifications every time I upload a video. And also, if you could, just leave a like down below and maybe even consider commenting, telling me things I did good, things I did bad.